To help us add and subtract rational expressions that have an unlike denominator, there's a couple of skills we need to kind of reinforce and remember and practice. And one of them is this idea about finding the lowest common denominator. Now, 3 steps I have for you when finding the lowest common denominator. First thing we want to do is we want to factor each denominator down to its prime factors. Then we're going to list all of the factors that are unique, and then we'll take the product of those factors. And that's going to give us our lowest common denominator, which we need to have in order to add rational expressions. So for example, what's the lowest common denominator? Lowest common denominator of these two expressions. Well, first thing we do is factor. So 6x squared factors down to 3 times 2 times x times x. Can't factor them down any further as far as it would go. The 9x, that factors down to a 3 times a 3 times an x. Check step 1. Second one is now we want to list all the factors that are unique. So in this one, I have a 3, a 2, and xx. So I'm going to list all the factors of my first term. So I have a 3 times a 2 times an x times an x. Now what I have to look at is, are there any factors in the second set that I created that are not listed in the first set? The first 3 are listed. This one has a second 3. There's no second 3 here, so I bring that one down. And there's an x, but I have an x listed in the first one. So this is my listing. So it's kind of my factor, my list, then my product. My product is multiplying all those in my list. 3 times 2 times x times 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And an x squared. So my lowest common denominator for both of those two expressions then is 18x squared.